Hey, Brendan here. Welcome to the channel and thanks for tuning in. Got a different kind of show here for you today. We're going to talk running back landing spot tiers. That is right. We're going to discuss which NFL team landing spots are the best for this incoming 2025 rookie running back class. All right, so here's the scenario, right? You've done your rookie draft or you play Devy, you play C2C, right? And you've got these guys already on your roster. You've got shares of Caleb Johnson or Marion Hampton or whatever, and you're saying to yourself, man, it's draft day. You're on the edge of your seat. You're right. You're on the edge of the couch and you're saying, man, where are my guys going to land, right? Are the top backs going to get those juicy landing spots? So I decided that I want to just maybe take a look at the landscape of the 32 teams in the NFL and tier the running back landing spots for you guys and have some fun. A completely different kind of show on this channel today, and I'm pretty excited about it. I'm going to do a wide receiver show just like this, so hit that subscribe button. Help me grow the channel. Trying to get to 20K subscribers by the draft. Have all sorts of great 2025 rookie content out here for you to help you get ready for your 2025 rookie draft. So let's have some fun. All right, now there's some notable free agents I want to discuss before we get started on the tier breaks, okay? Aaron Jones, unrestricted free agent this year. I'm looking at my list. Najee Harris, all right, going to the Steelers, is a free agent as well. Nick Chubb from Cleveland, Javonte Williams from Denver. Okay, 4 juicy landing spots that are going to be at the top of my tier. They're going to be vacating possibly. I mean, they could re-sign these players to 1 or 2 year deals. So let's make the assumption that they're leaving. They could take another good spot too. So we don't really know. There's some question marks in that regard. And J.K. Dobbins for the Chargers was the last one I really wanted to note. There's some other ones, but nothing that I think is going to make a big impact on the landing spots. All right, so we're going to have some fun with these tiers, guys. I've had some I've been doing these tier shows for wide receivers and ranks for players, but nothing like this for landing spots. So we're going to have some fun. Had some fun with the names as well that we're going to call these. My tier 1 is going to be called Yeah Baby. That's going to be like, yeah, these are the landing spots, right? These are the spots that we are coveting to have these running backs hit, right? Tier 2 is going to be Let's Go. They're not the cream of the crop, but they're going to be good landing spots that we're going to be excited that our players and our rookies are going to have some opportunity. Tier 3 is there's a chance with a question mark. There's a chance that they will get on the field. They might have to wait their turn, but it's a little bit more of a murky situation. And then tier 4 is my fuck tier, meaning your guy's not going to get on the field, right? A Will Shipley from 2024 last year, right? Going to my Philadelphia Eagles, right? We knew he wasn't going to be a role player. So even though he may have been an early day 3 pick or whatever, regardless, it doesn't matter. He's not getting on the field. So let's have some fun. We're going to run through these pretty quick. I'm not really going to go into detail on all the, the details of each and every spot, but we're going to have some fun nonetheless. So let's go. All right. My tier 1 consists of the Cowboys. All right. Rico Dowdle, I mean, come on, let's give me a break. He's a stopgap option. They brought in the guy from the guy that was there forever. I forget his name right now. Trying to patch job that running back room. But come on, let's face it, man. The Cowboys is in tier 1 for sure. A lot of people think Genti they're going to take in the first round. They might wait. Who knows? But that is a great spot. A lot of production in store for Dallas. All right. I got the Las Vegas Raiders. All right. Amir Abdullah was there. Alexander Madison. These are all just guys that I think are backups at best, but they got a new coach. Tom Brady's now involved. I think they're going to want to run the ball because they're going to be getting a young signal caller, and no better way to protect your young quarterback or new quarterback than getting a great running back to take the load off, right? The Chargers, we mentioned Dobbins, free agent, great spot. Jim Harbaugh loves running the football. Steelers, Harris, unrestricted free agent, he's out. Warren, he's not the guy. He's not going to be the RB1 there. So there is a nice spot as well. The Vikings, Aaron Jones, okay, I just mentioned unrestricted free agent. Cam Akers, I like Cam Akers. I'm not sure, he had the injuries and stuff, so he might not be the same player. So I think that's a good spot running indoors. I like that on the carpet as well. The Broncos, Javonte Williams, unrestricted free agent again. Estime's there, nice RB2, but I don't think he is going to be the guy. Peyton loves running 2 backs his days in New Orleans, right? So, and then the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are a yeah baby tier 1 spot, man. I think Pacheco is a jag, really nice. Something about his running style. he's too excited or something. And he's been losing carries to Hunt, in the playoffs here. And you'll see how ineffective he is when my Philadelphia Eagles demolish the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. So at least that's what I'm hoping happens. All right. I'm not sure I can take the three-peat talk on behalf of my Eagles. I'm just not sure I'm going to be able to do that. All right. So let's get to the tier 2. Let's go. All right. This is the tier. The Patriots. I think the Patriots is a good landing spot. Drake May, young quarterback. Stevenson is an unrestricted free agent, not till 2029. They just signed him to a big deal, but man, he's got some big cap hits, but he's sticking around. But we got a new regime again in town. The kid had 6 fumbles on the year. He got benched a little bit. I think a nice running game. I think they're going to be looking for a new running back maybe to take the pressure off Drake May. The Giants, Tyrone Tracy, I think he is not the long-term answer. In fact, if I had him, I'd be selling him right now as a sell high. I think they're going to be looking for a bigger back who's going to be able to take the load running in between the tackles. Tracy had a great season, but I don't believe he's going to be the RB1 for the long-term future. Okay, the Bears, Swift and Johnston, right? Those two kind of going back and forth. It's a dual committee kind of thing in the backfield. New coach Ben Johnson there. Again, Caleb Williams, if you want this kid to be truly successful, you need a power running game to take the pressure off him. I think it's a good spot. The Commanders, Robinson is an unrestricted free agent in 2027. So he signed, he is going to be signed. He's an unrestricted free agent in 2026. So he's going to play next year in 2025 or this fall rather. And Eckler's older. He's going to be faded out. And so they might be looking for an explosive back to pair with Jaden Daniels. So I think that is a tier 2 landing spot. All right, Nick Chubb going to the Browns. Ford has a nice season, man. He had a nice season. I think he's going to chip away whoever arrives in that backfield. I could see them leaning Ford this year. They may sign Chubb to another 1-year deal, but he's just not the same player, unfortunately, coming back from all those injuries. The Ravens, all right, Henry, unrestricted free agent in 2026. So he is going to be back for this fall again for another season, but you're planning for the future with this landing spot. So if you got one of your top backs in the rookies, any back that goes to the Ravens has got to be a landing spot that's all very much desirable, right? I mean, it's just the way it goes. We love our Ravens running backs. All right, 49ers, I think is a let's go. I mean, this could be a tier 1, 2. McCaffrey is under contract for a couple more years. His injuries are piling up. And as we all know, 49ers, even though he is not loyal to his running backs, he will change on a dime and put in a backup for 3 or 4 games and drive us all fucking nuts. But I think that's a tier 2 landing spot again for the future, looking to the future to take over that role in McCaffrey. They may scale back his carries for the foreseeable future for the rest of his career. And the Bengals is my last tier 2 running back landing spot. Chase Brown is having a great season. There's a lot of people, if you got Chase Brown and you're a Chase Brown owner, you're like, yes, I've got the Cincinnati running back. I'm going to have to disagree with you. I think he's like a Rashad White type situation. They're using him, and they might try and get another guy to come in there and split carries with him. But I still want a piece of that Cincinnati offense, even if Chase Brown takes a piece. All right, so there's my tier 2, let's go landing spots. Tier 3, there's a chance, right? Backup role, possible future starter are the guys in the landing spots that I foresee for these teams. Jaguars, ETN and Tank Bigsby, all right? You might think like, wow, that might not be a great spot, but man, again, a new regime in town, all new coaching staff, believe they have a new GM. They're going to want their own guys. ETN's been kind of, I would say he's been a little bit of a disappointment. Tank Bigsby has flashed, but they might just go for a new guy. Again, you might have to wait a year or two for these two to get out of their contracts and be moved on. The Texans, Mixon's having a great game. I think this is, there's possibly a chance, but Mixon, they just signed him in. I think he's proven to be a great player for the next 2 or 3 years. So, you might get drafted there and get part of a committee, but I think Mixon's going to be the guy. Similar situation with the Packers. Josh Jacobs is there, having a good season, big, tough physical runner. They drafted Marshawn Lloyd last year. He had injuries all year. I believe the other kid, Dylan, is a unrestricted free agent this year. So there's a chance that they bring in someone, and you might have to wait a little bit. But that's again an ascending Texans, Packers ascending offenses that you're going to want a piece of that backfield, but you might have to wait a little bit. The Panthers, okay, with Jonathan Brooks re-injuring his ACL, Hubbard was signed to a long-term deal. Seems like that was a good decision for them. So, he's going to be the guy. Is he going to be able to, hold up with an RB1 role? I'm not 100% sure is a bell cow, so I have him as there is a chance if the Carolina Panthers draft another running back, which I'm sure they're going to, because I think Jonathan Brooks' career is probably over at this point. It's probably going to be like a Nick Chubb. He's just never going to be the same. And my last team rather, that I got in tier 3 here is the Titans. All right, Pollard averaged 4.2 yards an average. He's an unrestricted free agent in 2027. No QB, really. Tyjae Spears is there. So, I mean, there's a chance, again, they're going to be rebooting down there, really trying to revamp that entire offense. So that rounds out my tier 3. There is a chance. All right, my tier 4 landing spots. I'm going to run through these really quick, guys. I'm going to put them all on the screen right now. Eagles, Bills, Buccaneers, Cardinals, Colts, Dolphins, Falcons, Jets, Rams, Saints, Seahawks, and Lions. All of these teams have really good, backfields, I think, that they're content with. And I think if you get, now you might get a day 3 running back, around 4 or 5 guy that is added to these teams as depth, kind of like Shipley was for the Eagles last year, knowing they had Gainwell and they already had Saquon Barkley. But all of these teams have really good running backs that are going to be there, I think, for a while. 1 or 2 established running backs. So I think these guys, if your running back gets drafted by one of these teams, like seriously, as an Eagles fan, if anyone was drafted there with Saquon Barkley signed for the next 2 years, they're just not going to see enough of the field to become fantasy relevant, right? And that's what this show is all about, fantasy relevance. All right, so there you guys got it. Those are my tiers for running backs. Let me know, or do I have some teams that should be a tier up, a tier down? Let me know. Hit me up with the comments. And again, help me get to 20,000 subscribers, trying to get there by the NFL draft, which is a tall order. But I hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks for watching.